Rattlesnake season spans from March through November for most of the Central Coast. However, with this heat, people are reporting seeing more of these snakes. KSBY reporter Dusty Baker explains where one Cal Poly professor says they are fielding many calls right now.
Here in San Luis Obispo County, it is important to keep your eyes open and be aware of your surroundings this week. With the weather heating up, potentially to find rattlesnakes who are currently in their mating season.
A heat wave can bring out snakes, especially in certain areas that are on the coast. So places like San Luis Obispo, Pismo Beach, Los Osos, we tend to see an increase in snake activity.
We've got a ton of calls in Los Osos and San Luis Obispo too. This weekend, we went out to Santa Maria to get a snake.
As the temperature rises on the Central Coast, so do the number of calls for snake removal.
The females are having babies right now. Birthing started in August. Meanwhile, it's mating season for the females that are not pregnant this year. The males are looking for those females.
There might be more than one snake in the area, so when we come out, we'll check to make sure, and we'll take all the rattlesnakes.
And while extreme heat forces snakes to find cooler temperatures,
up in the North County, the really extreme temperatures are meaning that snakes are tending to lay low.
When it's this hot out, the snakes may not want to be out like in this kind of heat, but overall, the warm weather does tend to draw them out.
the snakes are still welcoming of the heat.
You're probably more likely to see them in your yard in the warm season.
Emily Taylor, a professor of biology at Cal Poly, owns Central Coast Snake Services, which safely removes rattlesnakes and relocates them to their natural habitat.
We're going to relocate it between a quarter mile and a half mile away. We are mandated and permitted by the California Department of Fish and Wildlife to relocate snakes those distances. They usually don't come back, but they still do pretty well. So it's a win-win situation for the homeowners and for the snakes.
With birthing season underway, CCSS has implemented a rattle cam, offering people a live view of the snakes on the Central Coast.
It's located at a rookery, which is where several pregnant females go to have their babies.
If you do happen to come in contact with a rattlesnake, it is important you contact Central Coast Snake Services immediately. They will remove the rattlesnake for free and relocate it in its proper habitat. Reporting in San Luis Obispo, Dusty Baker, KSBY News.
Well, some ways to limit rattlesnakes from getting into your backyard include keeping your yard clean, which limits spaces for them to hide. Also limiting bird feeding and limiting open water resources and puddle from irrigation.